Hey, let me talk to you the way I talk to a friend who's been stuck with an aging setup for way too long. When you sit down in front of the SAAV X12, you immediately feel that shift, the one where your system finally matches the way you move, not the other way around. This is for someone who refuses to play on outdated hardware just because it still works. You're past that phase. You're the kind of person who notices the difference between holding back and letting your performance breathe. Someone who wants their games, their workflow, and their entire desk to feel alive again. Before we dive deeper, check the current price and stock. Gaming PCs with monitors included tend to disappear fast whenever discounts hit. You probably reached that moment where you knew an upgrade wasn't optional anymore. Maybe it was the stutter in your favorite game. Maybe it was the way your old CPU sounded like it was begging for mercy. Or maybe it was the simple realization that you've grown, your expectations have grown, and your old setup just couldn't keep up. Switching to this makes that very obvious. There's this calm, confident feeling the first time your game loads twice as fast. You flick between apps without hesitation. You're not thinking about frames or load times, you're just in it. It removes the friction you didn't even realize had been draining your momentum. Picture real days with this machine. Long gaming nights where the world feels smoother, absolutely no struggling to maintain your pace. Editing videos without your timeline crawling. Running Discord, a browser full of tabs, and your game simultaneously without your system breaking a sweat. And that included 22-inch display. It keeps everything right in front of you, simple, clean, no excuses setup. And performance isn't just a number on paper. It's the sensation of your character responding instantly. It's that deep, satisfying smoothness after you leave behind the era of random dips and compromises. Once you feel this level of confidence, anything weaker starts to look like a step backward. If you're even considering it, check the link again today. Prices on pre-built setups with GPUs like this swing around for no good reason. If you're wondering whether this might be too much for you, let me flip that. You've outgrown the stage where you settle for mid-tier because it's safe. This isn't overkill, it's the baseline for someone who wants to play, create, multitask, and grow without their system dictating the limit. A surprise benefit you'll notice. The thermals. It stays cooler than you expect from a build at this tier, which means your performance stays consistent long into those late-night sessions. And that's where ownership pride kicks in. When this tower sits next to your monitor, it doesn't just improve your gameplay. It changes the way you feel about your setup. It looks like you finally invested in the version of yourself that takes performance seriously. Smooth, stable gaming momentum, fast load times that spark excitement, more freedom to multitask fluidly, a cleaner, more complete desk setup, consistent performance even deep into long sessions, a larger tower footprint, not the newest gen CPU platform. At some point, the comparing and second-guessing burns you out. You already know what you want, you've been circling it for days. Sometimes you just choose the machine that aligns with where you're heading, not where you've been stuck. If it feels like this might be the one, check the price now and make the call while it's still in stock.